Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.
That we have to watch out for from New Orleans towards Hattiesburg, Mobile, Pensacola, Montgomery, possibly even into the Atlanta metro area. So I do think showers and thunderstorms, regardless, are going to be widespread across the region throughout the day on Thursday, starting out towards the west and working its way over towards the eastern seaboard. And then just here and there, especially in the afternoon and evening hours, we could get a couple of warnings and a few with damaging winds. So do treat it as an alert day. Now, as we head into Friday, another disturbance is going to track within that jet stream, and another little kink or another little trough is going to start to develop and start to move on through. So Friday's risk, I think, will be more of an evening to overnight event, and this will lead into more of the significant weekend event that Chris was hinting at here. So Texarkana up towards Little Rock into Memphis, even down towards Greenville. These are all areas late Friday into Friday night where severe weather could develop. So Chris, let's get into the weekend, because Saturday could be an interesting day.
Yeah, it does look like
a mess here on parts of the Midwest. It hasn't been a ton of snow, but it's really been a nuisance, I think, for a lot of travelers today, and especially now that we're in the evening rush. This is going to slow things down on a lot of the interstates. Here's a look at the estimated snowfall along the I-80 corridor. We still have some alerts that are going to stay in effect through tonight. Some of these will start to cancel off from west towards the east. The good thing with Elmer is that it is going to be a fast-moving system, and look at how this all begins to lift out of here as we head through the overnight hours for tonight. This all begins to wind down, and then the cold really begins to settle on in. We'll talk more about that cold in just a minute. But how much more snow can you expect across the region? Really just another inch or two in most of these spots. We'll likely see the heaviest snow amounts going forward up into the Arrowhead of Minnesota, I think, and then on up into the UP of Michigan. Now, our Weather Channel's Justin Michaels is joining us live from southern Wisconsin, where Winter Storm Elmer has been bearing down on the city of Madison. And Justin, it's actually just been such a beautiful scene. I've had so much fun watching you the last couple of hours with the dogs in the snow and the people trying to enjoy it a little bit. How much do you have there in Madison about? Louisiana and into the lower Mississippi River Valley. So let's get to the radar right now and show you what's on it. And we've got snow across the northern tier. We've got rain and thunderstorms on the southern tiers, so a lot of action going on east of the Rockies at this time. There you can see the thunderstorms working their way across central Louisiana, heading towards the east, and they're kind of lifting into southern Mississippi as well. Right now, nothing severe, but keeping an eye that a storm or two could get a bit intense. Don't be shocked if somewhere along this line or a few individual storms out ahead of it could produce some pretty gusty winds. So Lafayette, this is all pushed off towards your east now. Baton Rouge, that's what's going to be headed your way in short order. Paducah getting some light rain showers. That's been the case for you here in Louisville. Cincinnati is just starting to work its way in. Cleveland, you're getting more of a wintry mix right now. Places like Ann Arbor, Michigan, picking up over an inch of snowfall, inch and a half for you in Chicago. Minneapolis finally starting to wind down, but still a couple light snow showers and flurries. And Duluth still having a good hour or so to go with some of your snow showers that you can expect. Milwaukee on the lakefront, it's been a lot of snow for you, or rain for you, but then snow across parts of the west. And that's what's happening on the eastern half of the country. But Chris, as we take a look out west, this is just kind of the beginning of a couple of disturbances that are going to be rocking through this area. We just really haven't had much of a break here in the last. If you're not careful out on the roadways, we have some slick conditions with Winter Storm Elmer across the upper Midwest. And then we have showers and thunderstorms, which have been developing on the southern tier of the storm system across parts of Louisiana and into Mississippi as well. So let's get you caught up with what's happening on the radar right now. Thunderstorms have been developing in central Louisiana, and they are heading in an easterly direction. It may be a slow go along Interstate 10 with heavy downpours and limited visibility. Baton Rouge, these have been holding off to your west for now, but gradually we think they'll work their way a little closer to you. Thunderstorms around Centerville and up towards Natchez. Just be aware these aren't severe, but but they're producing heavy rain and a lot of lightning. I'm tracking a little skinny line of some pretty hefty rain right along I-71 between Louisville and Cincinnati. No thunder, lightning with that either, but it is bringing some heavy downpours and could create some ponding of water on the roadways. Cleveland, you're seeing a little bit more snow mixing in with the rain at this time, and northern tier of Pennsylvania and southern parts of New York State getting the snow showers. I-95 corridor is staying pretty dry for now. We've got the clouds around. A lot of what you see on the radar there is what we call virga. It evaporates before it hits the ground, but the snow's coming down in Green Bay. Visibility has been dropping below a mile off and on for the last couple of hours. Milwaukee is getting some of that rain. Chicago, you picked up your first measurable snow of the season. It took forever. At least it felt like it's Chicago, but you came away with 1.5 inches. Chris, as temperatures warm up, though, here in Chicago and finishing off with a little bit of rain, that snow is not going to show for very long, I don't think.
Yeah, it turns into a kind of a sloppy, slushy mess.
No, what a bummer, right?
If you've been waiting for it, it's absolutely a bummer, and I think a lot of people have.
Hopefully they got out this afternoon. Tracking all things Elmer, and we've got thunderstorms to talk about this evening as well. This has not been good for the evening commute for a lot of folks across parts of the upper Midwest, but things are winding down in a couple of spots. You can see the snow stretching from Minnesota all the way over into western parts of Massachusetts now. So Elmer working its way eastward and pulling some of that energy off towards the north. Some of our heaviest snowfall rates have been into the Arrowhead of Minnesota, around 1/2 inch to 1 inch potentially in the next hour. That includes you over towards Superior and into Ashland as well. Milwaukee has been getting rain on the lakefront and then snow into the western suburbs, so not a ton of accumulation, but likely a rough go of it along Interstate 94 as you head westward over towards Madison. Chicago, you are done after picking up 1.5 inches of snow and then ending with a little rain as that all lifts north of you. Now, Detroit, maybe a couple flurries right now, but we do expect that threat of snow showers to linger into the late evening and maybe early overnight hours, and we're just getting started along the New York State Thruway. Buffalo, you've got the snow coming down, so does Elmira. Albany has not been reporting precipitation just yet. In Syracuse, mostly just virga, but we're working on moistening up that atmosphere. And then just a heads up on the thunderstorms here across parts of the south, just to the west of Baton Rouge, stretching into southwestern parts of Mississippi. Nothing severe here, but we are keeping our eye on the thunderstorms rocking west of Columbus and just west of Huntsville. Should be moving through both of those cities within the next 30 to 60 minutes. Chris?
And just a little bit of a teaser for what's on tap for tomorrow for some of those areas in terms of severe weather. Also, and potentially a little bit of teaser of snow, which may be on the way later on.